Alright you guys, I'm about to show you how to make burn-ins. It's a little one-on-one celebrating National Brisket Day. So I'm going to be doing it for the whole month. So I'm going to show you how to make burn-ins. Stay tuned. Alright you guys, so in today's class I'm going to be teaching you how to make burn-ins. Now, you're wondering what burn-ins is, and I will show you how to cut up burn-in, what part of the brisket burn-ins come from, and we're going to get into it next. Alright, so burn-ins come from the point. I'm about to say flat, guys, but the point of the brisket. So that's the largest part and the fattiest part of the brisket. So what I did was I already sliced it up, so I'm gonna get right into it, to cubing it up. So what you do is, and the reason why, this is the best part to do burn-in, because it has a lot of fat and it can take heavy heat and stuff like that. So what I did was I already cut it in half, so put it aside. Now this one, you don't have to worry about, which way you want to cut it, this way, that way, against the grain, because we're going to cut it in cubes. All right, so the first things first is, well, let's switch it up, but let me put it back how it was. And see that beautiful smoke ring, guys? Man, penetrated well. So start from one end. Now cube them up about a good inch. Let's just go down them about a little. Now if you want it smaller, you can cut them up smaller, but it's up to you. Like I said, this depends on everybody, each individual. And if you notice that the brisket is still cold, so it's easier to cut, so that's what I do. Now if you want to use a larger knife, that's probably ideal. I like that. Let me know in the comments, do you have a special knife, guys and gals, that you have in your kitchen? What knives do you use? I like using Dow Strong, hint, Dow Strong. If you're checking out my video, definitely send me over some knives so I can review and use, guys. All right, so this is how you do it. So, start your first part out with it. Now, if you don't want it this thick, you actually could cut it down, half of this piece, like that, and just start cubing them up. I think this is a good size. And that's all it is, guys. Yep, so put these in the pan. And I'll show you what I'm gonna do with that next. But let me continue to show you. So like I said, half of this, and then cube it up. It's really simple. Hope you guys been enjoying celebrating National Brisket Day, which I'm gonna be doing, celebrating in a few days. So I'm gonna do a lot of different tutorials on how to. If you see my other video, you'll see how I cold smoke the brisket. Also do how I slice, perfect way to slice up your flat. So I'm gonna show you how to do that as well. But yeah, that's how you want to have it. And see what I mean? How it's fatty. This is one of the best parts of the brisket, I think. Some people like the flat. I like the point. It's one of my favorite because you get a lot of yummy fat goodness out of it. So, let's see. This is starting to get thick on the end. I'm gonna split that one up. Now, normally I would fast through, jump to the next part, but I wanted to thoroughly show you how to cut up burn-ins. So that's what I said. This was going to be all about burn-ins and how you make them, cut them up, and that's what we're doing now. So next time you serve your guests, and they'll be like, what is this? And explain them, it's just a title. It's not burnt of any kind, but some people are kind of weird like that. They hear burnt. I don't want no burnt food. Just say it's the fatty part of the brisket, which is the point. But yeah, guys. So this is all to it. Like I said, you see how I'm cutting these in half. Now you don't have to do what I'm doing, but if you want to let the spread go, go a long way, you can cut them down, or you can just leave them as thick as you like. But I'm just doing this myself. I got a little catering gig that we'll be doing later on. like I said, if you're interested in a caterer, so definitely reach out to me if you're in the Houston area. If you want me to travel, that's a little bit costly for you guys. Like that said, the minimum to try to book me out of town, just gonna let you know, it's gonna be probably a minimum of five G's and room and board. And it might sound a bit much, but remember, you're taking me out of my element, and I got to get prepared to be in another city. But I think you guys understand that, because I gotta, find and locate different places. But anyway, let me know in the comments. Have you ever made burn-ins before? Have you ever tried this? I like I said, I've tried, doing brisket all different types of ways. I'm supposed to do my slices. I didn't do it. Talking to you guys. Alrighty. Make sure you have a sharp knife so this be easy. Like my motto is, work smarter, not harder. So that's what we're doing today. We're not trying to work hard to make these burn-ins. So I'm using a sharp knife. And like I said, now you could do it when it's hot, when you first get it off. That's ideal. But I'm doing it while it's cold, because it's easier to cut. And at the same time, the job wasn't until today. So it had to get cold in order to do it. But like I said, I'm glad it's summertime coming up, kids graduating, getting out of my way in the streets. so many people around. But anyway, love the kids. We're just saying. Oh, and if you're wondering where I got this knife from, it's actually got it on Amazon. Yep. Amazon has some pretty nice, but you have to actually do your reviews. First. Just don't go out there buying anything, because you might be disappointed. I've done it many times. Bought some knives, and I was disappointed. Like, man, But all right, you guys. So I'm about to go over to showing you what I'm gonna do with the burn-ins to get them ready to put them in the oven. So now we're moving on to the next part, which you get your favorite sauce, candy sauce, or whatever you want, barbecue sauce, whatever, and actually add that on first. Now I'm using some Sweet Baby Ray's mixed with a couple little ingredients, that I do. And just pour it over. Just try to cover as much as you can. I try to thin out my sauce so it won't be so thick. Make sure you try to cover it up, all the pieces, as much as possible. All right, so that's it with that part. And the seasoning I like to use is Killer Hogs BBQ Rub. Like, I love this seasoning for burn-ins. Goes real well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season it. Now I'm not gonna put no butter. I know some people do butter and this and that in their burn-ins. I'm not. This is just enough. So season it up. That's it. This is well balanced, and it's not heavily on the salt, which I do like about Killer Hog seasoning. So just cover it up as much as you can. Yeah. I think that's it. And all you want to do is wrap this up with foil first, and then put the oven on 350 degrees. Let it stay in there for about a good hour. And then what you're gonna do is just take the foil off to and turn the temperature up to 400 degrees, and to get a little color on it. All right, so see you in a little bit. All right, everybody, after about a good hour and a half on 350 degrees, I lowered it down to about 250 and let it stay in there for about a good 30 minutes, you guys. And these are really tender and yummy. Hope you guys enjoyed this brisket burn-in 101. You know, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, you guys. And if you're not new, welcome on back. But thanks for joining my urban cooking class on how to chop up and make burnt ends, you guys. I will see you in the next one.